Hello everyone. We put out a new news release today on some new anomalies on the BBM trend or the BBM shear. We've now extended the BBM shear to over 15 kilometers, which is really exciting stuff. It's really proving to be a great and fertile mineralized structure within the Awale properties. Just quickly, forward-looking statements. We are talking about some future drilling on top of the new anomalies that we're reporting today. So just a quick recap. Awale Resources, we're in the northwest of Côte d'Ivoire. We've been focused on a 400 square kilometre permit to date. We're now getting new permits granted, and we're about to step outside that 400 square kilometre permit, and we're really excited to be stepping outside that 400 square kilometres. We've been restricted to that box purely because that's been the granted permit. And we're now seeing new grants come through, and we've already sort of developed this Fremen anomaly on one of the permits that we haven't worked on before, and in the new year we'll start working on the next two permits to the north, and then keep working our way towards the northwest. You know, we feel like we've proven our district scale model. Whilst we've been restricted in this 400 square kilometre box with the multiple sort of discoveries that we've made, and each of those discoveries has a different flavour, but we can tie them all together. That flavour is, you know, made or designed because of the local geology, but in each one of those local geology controls, we can actually tie all those discoveries together to be part of the same mineralizing system. And we are really on a big mineralizing system in the Odiani district, and we're really excited about where we can go with that in the future. So just a quick look at our new release that's come out today. We've uncovered some new anomalies that we call Boba and Fett. They lie to the northwest of BBM. This is BBM area, which is approximately 1.3 kilometers long, that we have been drilling this year. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but we've been producing some lovely results from BBM. And then that BBM shear, we've extended the mineralization down towards our Fremen target, which we announced on the 22nd of October. The Fremen target is within the 100% Awale permits. It's on a bend in that BBM shear. We've got these late intrusions associated or coming up in the district, and we're really excited about that Fremen target as well. And so what we're about to embark on, IP surveys that start down here at Fremen and work their way all the way along up into the Boba and Fett targets. And these induced polarization or IP surveys will help us target the drilling and get more bang for our buck out of the dollars that we're spending on drilling by just making that drilling more targeted at controlling structures within those anomalies. So without further ado, I'll just slip over to the next slide, which is just a quick zoom in on that Fremen target. I have done a webinar on this previous. It's a 3.5 kilometre extension of that BBM shear in the 100% Awale properties. It is only approximately 4 to 5 kilometres from the current BBM drill area, so very close to where we've actually actively been drilling for the last 12 months. And then the new targets, Boba and Fett, which, as I said, are up to the northwest. They're significant size anomalies, both over 2 kilometres each. They have higher grade cores within these broader 15 ppb gold trends. Up here, the regolith regime does change. We do have less termites to sample up here, so there's more of a focus on the soil sampling. The soil sampling is working, but somewhat, I guess, masked because of the cover sequence. So the tenor of the anomalies is lower, but we're still finding these higher grade cores where the outcrop is probably coming closer to surface. And so 855 ppb at Fett in soils and 1350 PPB at Boba. They're pretty interesting anomalies that we're looking to follow up. And so just coming in for a quick discussion of BBM, it's this fly through which I've shown you before. We'd only drilled 24 holes for 6,800 meters. Coming up to the current drill program. The current drill program will add 3,000 to 4,000 meters, and it's the focus of that program is extending what we have announced as sort of a 500 to 600 meter core of that mineralization. We're looking to extend that mineralization towards the southeast and towards the northwest in this drilling, and we've got a high level of confidence in this drilling because each time we drill at BBM, we have extended the size of that core, and it's really robust mineralization. We get nice broad gold plus copper intercepts, and at sort of with a true width, depending on where you are, between sort of 20 and 40 meters true width. So it is robust. The trends we get, the plunges we get within them are consistent. We're also doing a little bit of infill just to confirm the geology that we've done and the plunges on the mineralization that we've seen within that core zone as well. This is just recapping on some of the nice grades that we've been getting at BBM. Some really nice gold grades in the core zones of those broader intervals, and along with that we're getting copper. So the copper range is sort of between 0.3 and 0.7%, along with moly, which is averaging roughly 200 to 250 ppm moly as well. So it's really exciting stuff that we're drilling at BBM, and we're really looking forward to looking at those satellite targets in Fremen, Boba and Fett, and hopefully being able to call them new discoveries in the first quarter of next year. So just a quick recap on where we were, saying that we are now finally stepping out into our 100% Awale properties. That's really exciting stuff for us. The BBM trend is clearly a very fertile trend, but that's not the only place that's fertile within the permit areas. We have other trends which are showing to be fertile as well, and along with that we also have Lando at the northern end of BBM, which is on a subsidiary structure to BBM as well. So we'll be doing approximately 13 square kilometers of IP in approximately 150 line kilometers. That will cover the whole BBM trend, and the survey will start down here at Fremen and work its way towards the northwest, and we should be ready to start drilling. We've got a up to 7,000 meter RC program slated to drill along the BBM trend, with that commencing at Fremen and then working the rig along up towards the Boba and Fett targets along there. And it's sort of really, it's just really exciting stuff for new discovery potential on the Odieni project. So without further ado, thanks very much everyone, and I hope to speak with you soon, and I hope everyone else gets as excited as us about the new anomalies that we've just announced today.